gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We got a great episode going on today. We're here to roast this weird ginger kid over here. Yeah, without further ado, I think it's time we just hop right into it.
Hello, everybody. How are we all doing tonight?
Woo!
Yeah. Great to hear that boo. Makes me excited. Now, I got some great roasts for you tonight, dumb fucker. But first, a little bit about these dumb fuckers. Joel Conte is here tonight. Joel, I can't decide between a Spain joke or a reverse stripper joke. Joel and Oscar walked into a bar. There's no end to that joke. It's just their weekend plans every year. Lily Duquesne is also here tonight.
Say my name right.
She said that once she met me last year, but I don't remember it. But it could be true. I mean, Lily's pretty forgettable. Charlie Recker, you have some pretty beautiful hair. Put on some makeup and dance a little, and you could be the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. Noah Schwartz has crawled out of the disease-ridden pigsty he calls his room for the first time in 2 weeks. Let's just give it up for him. Yeah! Now, Oscar, you're just a terrible husband. You shot me on our wedding night, but you're still a better husband than Justin Narveson would ever be. I'd love to roast everyone else in the room, but we are here to roast the current rat, Mr. Oscar the Boxcar Sexauer, my beautiful blushing groom. I just thought it would be a good idea to start out with a reminder that I hold one world record and you don't hold any. It's okay, I'll get there. Does anyone notice how Oscar's ginger hair looks like he always tries way too hard on it? It looks like he's put 3 pounds of grease in it right now. And I also kind of feel bad roasting your hair because it looks like it's on fire based on how red it is. In the end, no offense. In the end, you only had 2 semesters of episodes, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I think that maybe 3 people outside of TV10 actually watched those episodes. I also did some research on you, and I looked at when you got sauced. You were covered with the cheapest sauce on the market. And people who sauced you didn't even think you were worth the extra 50 cents to get a name brand sauce. You and the sauce are both similar in one way. You're not even close to the best. I've seen you wear many hats as well. The game show host hat, the handful host hat, the hat you probably wore when you're doing express games. I've also seen you wear the hat that we found in the trash can in my bathroom one night. Love you, Oscar. See you on OnlyFans.
Alright, I feel like mine's gonna get kind of long, but...
Height compensation! That's what she said.
Thank you. I need my voice to be heard. Alright, let me pull up my very large note here. Okay. Alright. So I've been trying to mentally prepare myself for tonight so I won't get too offended by my roasts. So I made a quick list of my most targetable qualities that I might hear about. Okay, so we have 1, queer, 2, woman, 3, mentally ill, 4, short. So these are all really sensitive topics that could get someone easily canceled tonight. But really, I don't know who would be so socially incompetent in 2021 to make shitty jokes about that kind of stuff. Fuck, John Franklin's here. Okay, Okay, I do have a little bit about how I expected you to call me a bitch at least twice tonight. We're doing pretty good, because I thought we should take shots. There you go. Alright, so I actually was kind of worried about being targeted since I'm kind of the odd man out. But Justin really showed up looking like that, so I'm feeling pretty good. Seriously, my dog has a better wardrobe than you.
You're not wrong.
Okay. I'm not religious, but I know the story of Samson and Delilah from a song that I sang in high school choir. I don't know if any of you are religious, if you'll get this either. So actually, I think of Samson when I see Charlie's luscious long hair. I'm really not sure why. It doesn't make sense, especially since I actually looked at Samson's Wikipedia page, and apparently some scholars consider him an Israelite suicide terrorist who basically did a biblical 9/11 after someone cut his hair. Yeah, so it's not Charlie, but someone should put Noah on a fucking watch list.
Slide whistle.
Okay, Charlie, don't worry. I do think you're a hunk. If I had to compare you to a fictional character, it would probably be that one guy in every teen movie who just fills the space in the background shots at school. Never really learn his name, but he has a couple one-liners like, sick dude. So everyone knows he's a really stoned all the time, and the main character looks way cooler in comparison. Love you, Charlie. It's the only one I'm apologizing for. Alright, Joel, I know this is a cop-out, but I literally can't think of anything more embarrassing than you freshman year.
I won't disagree.
Alright, so now it's Oscar's turn. Like I said, this might get kind of long. I'm trying hard, man. Alright, so over the past couple of weeks, I've heard people really praising Oscar for doing this. I walked into 47 the other day, and Matt was talking about how impressed he is by how much Oscar has emotionally matured over the years. That's a joke in itself. That's a joke in itself. All right, so we told Oscar that these critiques that he's hearing tonight, he could maybe even learn from him and like improve his work, because those are things that Matt says now, because he is professional and has dinner with his wife and is boring. And that's literally like the best insult I can think of is boring, because he's so boring. Sorry, that was a cop-out. I'm going for it. Alright, so you might have also been thinking similar good things about Oscar. Possibly, probably not. But maybe like, oh, he's pretty brave for doing this. Like, I couldn't do that. But what you guys don't realize is this all was set up just because Oscar can't afford a professional dominatrix. Look, he's enjoying this way too much. I feel kind of used. We should be getting paid for this. To be honest, I can't completely confirm that Oscar likes him a little mean, since he hasn't even had a college girlfriend for me to meet. Anime waifus, however, might as well be the real thing. So let's just say I'm really surprised that Oscar doesn't wear his maid outfit and say ma'am and sir more often. I don't mean that Oscar needs to get laid, but there was a new Caves and Cliffs Minecraft update recently, and it's getting really depressing hearing how excited he is to be able to explore a natural wet hole. Almost done. You gave me content, Oscar, literally the other day. Okay, so I'm sure all of you, maybe some of you, probably only a few of you remember and watched when Oscar hosted Game Show in 2020 with Bazinga Zone. Let's get a clap. Woo! Sadly, the show ended early because the Chinese government saw an episode and decided that instead of letting the show continue, the world would be better off if they released a bioweapon and killed humanity. Well, that's what his mom heard from Ben Shapiro, and she thought it sounded pretty true.
Based.
She definitely listens to Ben Shapiro.
She does. At least, now that everyone's wearing masks, we don't have to worry about fake smiling every time Oscar tells a joke. Well, I would love to stay and tell you all of Oscar's red flags, but I know that he can't tell the difference between red and green anyway. So what's the point?
All right, everybody. That was a great start to this roast. We got a couple more. First off, we're going to go look at what some previous TV tenors have to say about this kid right here. Woo!
Hey everybody, it's me. I know, what a surprise. It's me, your old host with the most, Lucas. I'm here for the roast of Oscar Sexauer. How great is that? Now I will point out the obvious. I'm not actually here. In case you thought this was the studio, no, this is in fact the closet that I'm in. But I'm here for the roast, and I'm gonna try to roast Oscar pretty well, but would like to take a quick second to say good roasting to all the roasters before me, and good luck to all those attempting to roast after. But without further ado, let's get on to our main subject, and that really is roasting the fiery-haired boy himself, Oscar. Now, Oscar, we go back basically from the very start of your TV 10 journey. I met you on the very first night you went. Well, second night you ever went. And, you really said something to me that really stuck with me. And it was really a truth about yourself, Oscar. And you told me that you have a face for radio. And that's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. You look at him, you're like, I wish I wasn't looking at him. But what you really failed to tell me was that you don't only have a face for radio, but you also have a voice for mute. I just wish we got that mute button a little bit more. But that is Oscar, I suppose, loud and proud. And this really speaks tales to his dorm room that I eventually got to visit. And he didn't have the kind of normal things that you'd have in a dorm room. He didn't have a TV, he didn't have a couch. He and his roommate had a giant stereo system. Yeah. Now this was towers, so it makes sense that there would be a stereo system in there. But let's just say Oscar thought he was going to get pretty lucky with this loud booming stereo, blasting tunes. And let me tell you, it didn't work. I spent one Friday night there. Even it was just 10-20 minutes. Door was propped open. Tunes were banging. And not one single female walked by and said, yeah, I want to go in that room and sit with those freaks. But hey, you gotta try, Oscar. You gotta try. But alas, Oscar got his chance. He got to pretend, at least, that someone cared about him. He was in a music video starring our friend Abby Randall, and he got to play her boyfriend for this music video. And they got to do all the lovey-dovey things. They got to hold hands, go on a date, stare into each other's eyes. And that's the only time that's ever happened to Oscar. Guess that's just the way it is, That's just really the way it is. That's the only woman that has ever really truly looked at him. But what can I say? Although the real question is, what did Oscar say at this YouTube video? And of course he said his classic line, bazinga. Or really, I should be truthful about this, not he himself, but a YouTube channel by the name of Boxcar with description art that looked very similar to our friend Oscar. And upon further investigation, I found a Olive Garden review featuring the roasted person of honor tonight, Oscar. But he wasn't there just alone. He's not that much of a loser. I mean, let's be honest. He had a date. Who, you ask? Some pretty girl? No, indeed not. He had Nathan. That's right. He went on a date with Nathan. Now, fair to say, Nathan has a pretty nice beard. I think we can all agree on that. But all I can say is, Oscar, who's in the closet now? You know? But let's just say they're just two friends going off, eating Olive Garden breadsticks together. Who's to say maybe they recreated Lady and the Tramp? It's a possibility. But at the very end of this YouTube video, we find that Oscar and Nathan have been kicked out of Olive Garden, and their hair is astray, their glasses are askew, and they claim that they were beat up. But let's be honest. Let's just say what we're all thinking. We were thinking someone got beat off. I mean, that's just the thought. Just the thought. But you know, let's not ponder on that. Let's think about the good things of Oscar. He has this great, big, massive heart. But sadly, he does not have the largest stomach. Case in point here is he once puked at Michaela's, the former station manager. He puked in her sink after a night of too heavy of drinking. That's right. You think your friends are bad, Oscar goes and pukes in your sink. Let me tell you, that sink, that was a manual unclog. And if that's not bad enough to puke in your sink, he then goes and passes out in the bathroom for an hour. Let me tell you, that's the only bathroom that we had access to. He blocked the bathroom for an hour. I know. And you thought slapping your knees and saying, well, clears out of space fast? Try a passed out ginger in the bathroom. Yeah, that pace was gone and empty in half an hour. You know? But what can I say? Oscar just loves that bathroom. You know, one of the things I learned pretty quickly about Oscar is that he loves this thing called the squatty potty. For some reason, he believes that this magical squatty potty device helps you poop. And all I can say, Oscar, is what's this fascination? I mean, you just love to shit, man. Why? I mean, your dump's this massive that's what you do? I mean, why? And it goes even farther. He made a homework assignment about this, a video about the squatty potty. I mean, can you imagine the shitty work that he turned in? I mean, this poor person had to watch this and be like, what am I watching? And you know, the sad part about this is he probably just wiped the floor of anyone. I mean, that was probably the best video, and it's about taking a dump. I mean, you've probably just got this streak going. You know, I just hate to be the person who came in number 2. It's really a shame. But, you know, Oscar has his other quirky objects. He had a moped, still does, maybe does. You know, sadly, I never got to see it. I never got to see him riding it, but all I can imagine is him scooting along at a mere 26.5 miles an hour, looking kind of like Luigi from Mario Kart, aka the character that no one wants to play on the ride no one would ever choose. So, yeah. Hopefully one day my dreams of seeing this loser on a moped comes true. But you know, what wouldn't Oscar do? Or I guess the more important question is, what would he do? What did he do? And Oscar had this great idea that he should go out on the street on Halloween night and take me along to document these antics of seeing what the drunk people of Water Street had to say. With one simple question: what should he wear this Halloween night? And he decided he was not going to dress up in a traditional costume. No, he was going to get a green screen suit. And it was a skin-tight suit. And let me tell you, he thought it was a good idea for me, his roommate, and him to share this tight green screen suit. Yeah, can you imagine wearing the same tight thing as that guy? I mean, most roommates, they share a coffee maker, not a skin-tight green outfit. But hey, that's just what Oscar thought. Anyway, on this magical voyage, we got some of the greatest clips of all time. We got most of the TV10 staff at that time drunk and blasted out of their minds. In fact, the footage was so good, so raunchy, it was ordered for destruction. That's right, it was that good. And you know what Oscar thought to do? He thought, hey, this magical footage is being deleted. What should I do? Should I save it? Yes. Should I save it in a good way? No, I should save it on a locked file on my personal computer. And then decides to lose this password. The greatest footage of ever in TV10 history, and it's gone. Completely gone. And how does he cover up his lie? He tells us everyone that it's magically corrupted. Magically corrupted. Well, luckily I got to save the day with that one, but bad move, Oscar, bad move. But what can we say except congrats, Oscar. You did it. You're graduating. You've been roasted. That means you've succeeded as a handful host. You've succeeded in TV10. So best of luck, Oscar. Best of luck with the rest of the roast. It's been fun. Sayonara.
All right, and we're going to bring it back from that video. Thank you so much, Lucas, for giving us such a wonderful roast. And we love the heartfelt message, but quite frankly, we're not done roasting the shit out of this bitch yet. So let's get back to it.
Well, thank you for having me, everybody. I have been sitting on these for quite a few weeks. But despite all that, I want to keep things really short, so that's why we're going to start with Lily. Lily, it's wonderful that you're back in Eau Claire, dude. It's great that Frankie's still around to help support you, and I know that when she passes away, you could never replace her. But if you ever did, I'd recommend you get a cat so you can finally know what getting pussy feels like. All right, now, John, I'm not going to lie. I had a hard time coming up with a roast for you, despite everything. So, yeah, you're you're a hard guy to figure out, and I'd say that you're a hard man to peg, but I think your girlfriend would disagree with you. All right. Now, for Justin, y'all have to bear with me for this one. It's a shame that Justin can't get pregnant because if Oscar went to town on you, you'd give birth to Carl Weezer. As for Noah, I first met Noah on the day he came on the Handful reading Robert Frost's The Road Not Taken while Oscar cut his hair. For obvious reasons that scared the shit out of me, but also left me partially inspired. So to commemorate the first time I met you, I wrote a poem of my own. Roses are red, Blue Nation sucks, because Noah speaks like he's ran out of fucks. Alright, now this one is my favorite of everybody over here. Joel. Everyone knows that you studied abroad and that it made you a more cultured and sophisticated man. I just want you to know that despite 400 years of smallpox and slaves, you're still the worst thing that Spain's brought back to America. Oh boy. All right. And now for the main course. Oscar Sexauer, Man of the Hour. When I first met Oscar, I wanted to say congratulations because I thought the mascot of Wendy's had transitioned into a man. And now 2 Halloweens ago, you dressed up as the gingerbread man, which I thought was appropriate because no one is fast enough to run away from you. Oscar, you're the reason why Handful of Handsome got shortened down to Handful. Oh, man. All right. And I gotta say, man, my favorite segment probably of all of TV10 has probably been Sexauer in the Streets. And, like, come on, guys. I know we've made jokes about Oscar not getting girls, but, like, this man is a stud. In fact, legend has it that Oscar has a beard hair for each girl he's slept with and a black hair for each girl he's made cum. All right. Now, while researching Oscar for this roast, I came across his LinkedIn page and saw that he's majoring in advertising, which was a smart career choice since he can rent his forehead out as billboard space. Alrighty. To bring things to a close, I just wanted to say thank you to Oscar for being such an amazing coworker and friend. Thank you for making me laugh every meeting and giving me something to look forward to on Sundays. Thank you for being the perfect balance of goofy and competent that every tenor should aspire to be. And lastly, thank you so much for not making this televised so that Annie can't stop me from saying the worst thing I've ever said to another human being. Oscar Charles Sexauer, you look like one of the Weasley brothers that Molly tried to abort.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but I just got to start by taking a moment to acknowledge a few special people here in the room. Today we got Sports Jesus, our friend Noah Schwartz, who cut off his hair for all of our sins. And only Oscar could do it because obviously he's the devil, right? And we got curly-haired Kurt Cobain right here, greatest musician of all time. I mean, wonderful musician. Maybe he's reincarnated. Who knows? But this is going to be fairly short because I couldn't really find much on Oscar. But Lily, I know you got your dog Frankie there. I know she's been brought up. But all I got to say is, how come that's your only friend? You spend every night with Frankie, and that's it. You can't get anything. And hey, Oscar, I know you're going to have a wife eventually, right? But she's not going to want the last name Sexauer, which I'm shocked hasn't been made fun of yet. But she's not going to want the last name Sexauer, so it's not going to exist anymore. Just like your sex life. And speaking of wife, you already got one. That's your princess right there. Hey, John.
Yes.
I know you have a gambling problem, but just please don't become Chuck and Shaq because I really don't want you to gamble your whole life fortune away.
At least I have a life.
Says the one who stays in his dorm room drinking Captain and Cokes all night and doing shot poker, huh? But hey Oscar, I've heard a few stories through the grapevine, and I might have heard one about your cooking. I heard you tried to make some mac and cheese at one point, and you ended up with a nice cheesy churro dough. But no one wants your cheesy churro. And with how bad of a cook you are, I'm shocked you haven't made edibles with how much weed you run through at this point.
I have.
But I'm shocked you haven't like made good ones because we all know they're garbage
They
with
didn't
how
work.
terrible of a cook you are. Exactly.
I ate the whole pan and I didn't get high.
Oh.
Maybe that's just a product of being a redhead. That's all I got, but thank you, Oscar. Appreciate this. I kept it short, but I hope everyone had fun.
All right. Well, moving right on along here, we got a couple more roasts from some fellow graduated TV tenors. We'll be right back.
Words that describe Oscar. Oscar. Meyer. Mini Oscar. Mini Meyer. Definitely Mini Wiener.
So it's a roast for Oscar. Oscar Sexauer, that is? Yeah, no. Nope, dump it, turn it off. Nope, nope, nope. They're telling me I can't not do this, unfortunately, so what do I have to say about Oscar? Oscar. I hardly know her.
Nah, but seriously, Oscar is in the top 15 handful hosts of all time. Just below a one-off appearance of Bryant Rom eating blazing hot wings. He did beat Bryant, however, in the Blazing Wing Challenge when it comes to sweatiness.
I like to call my happy life before I met Oscar BOS. Before Oscar Sexauer. Because if there's an acronym for something, it just goes to show how downhill it's gone since. I'm just joking. Oscar's been there for me through some tough times. However, he's got a weird way of showing that he cares. One time I went up to him and told him about a personal dilemma I had going on, and he just shushed me and showed me some boudoir photos that he did in high school wearing lingerie. Thanks for that, Oscar. My eyes have been burning since.
It's a bit of a shock to me that Oscar hasn't been kicked out of the studio. I say that with all due respect because, he does what he wants. On the other hand, though, he seems to be doing just fine when it comes to that no sex policy.
If you know Oscar, you know he takes music taste pretty seriously and holds his view to a very high standard. But Oscar, I just gotta say, when are you gonna cut the pretentious and admit you listen to Ariana Grande more than I do? I can't keep holding this secret in any longer. A guy once asked me, "Do you need a big, strong man to help you?" as I was struggling to cut a zip tie after a stream once. When I looked up, I was confused with who asked me that, because all I saw was a small gingerhead boy named Oscar.
Even though this is a roast, I do have to say some kind words about the guy. He does genuinely impress me, because whatever he lacks in wit, style, humor, taste in music, culinary skill, athletic prowess, hygiene, carpentry experience, height, or hand-eye coordination, he makes up for by being a good person and a good friend. And as much as it pains me to say it, a better host of Handful.
In realness, Oscar's been a true homie and one of my best friends. I don't know what I'd do without you in my life. Perhaps have less gray hairs, but you never know. It's been great to watch you thrive as Handful host and grow as a person, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
And we're back. All right. Well, that was truly a heartfelt message right at the end. Same thing with Lucas's video. But like I said before, we're not done roasting this fucker or any of these ones either. So, Noah, it's your turn.
Hey folks. I wanted to start out by roasting Lily, but I really can't. She hit it out of the park. Everything she said about the dominatrix tonight was true. I mean, look at how he's sitting. This is the most clear hiding of a boner I've ever seen. It's like me when I see a nice set of toes. We've also got Justine, who's famous for his waterproof shoes. Came in very handy the first time a woman ever said hello to him. And we've got John. We've got Charlie, who, I don't know, I can't think of a roast for you, man. I haven't watched your show. I don't know you. Well, Oscar and Joel, I'm happy to say that they're two of my closest friends here in Eau Claire, which shows you how much trouble I have making friends. In preparation for this roast, I went down to La Crosse, where Oscar's from. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
You keep shifting all around the place. I don't know where, man. But I went down to La Crosse, and I went down and I asked his mother. I asked his mother about what he was like growing up. And I'm very pleased to report she remembers Oscar. She doesn't remember Oscar's father, but she remembers Oscar. I then went to his grade school teacher. She doesn't remember Oscar. However, she does remember Oscar's father.
My grade school teacher is my mom.
Their last name is Sexauer.
A deadly silence fell over Appomattox. I remember the first time I ever appeared on Handful was just to be told, like, I don't even remember what you told me, but I was working camera, it was the first mock show. You said, "Get over here." And then you and Michaela said some very mean things about me and told me to fuck off.
True.
That's all I could think of for that one. There was supposed to be a joke there, but they can't all be gems, you know. But then, of course, we've talked about it a lot. He cut my hair once, and I was pretty offended by it once I finally looked up to the preview screen and saw what my hair looked like. If you haven't seen it, go to the archive card. It's pretty great. But I clearly see. I mean, he butchers his own hair every morning. Like, I think he was just trying to give me a good haircut. Look at his hair. And you guys, I've been sitting there. You don't see this because you don't have this angle, but the back of his hair is so janky. It's got levels and stuff. Well, Oscar, I know you're gonna make it big one day, so I never asked you a favor, but I've got one favor to ask you. When you make it big, could you get me Margot Robbie's phone number? Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Final boss.
All right, everyone.
Do you need some courage?
No.
I'll be all right for now. Now, I do have to be honest. There is a decent amount of jokes that have been said here today that have kind of fucked up my content. So, we're improvising a little bit. So, to start off here, I'm gonna set the stage a little bit. You know, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, everything is right in the world. Then Justin opened up his goddamn mouth. Justin, There are a million words in the English language. And there is no way that I could possibly combine them all to describe how badly I want to hit you in the face with a chair. But I don't want to make fun of Justin the entire night. We'll have to move on. Charlie, I admire you a lot. You got great style. I really appreciate you. And I gotta admit, it takes a lot of courage to copy your hairstyle from Weird Al Yankovic. John, I'd insult you, but I'd have to explain it to you later, and I'm just not sure if I want to. I don't know if I want to do that.
I don't understand.
Of course you don't. Noah, I'm gonna be honest. I was having a hard time figuring out what I was gonna do when I wanted to roast you. So, I took a look on your Instagram, and you kind of just did it for me. Second post you made was in 2015. All you guys need to know said hashtag no friends. Don't worry, Noah, we love you now. Lily, you as well. I was having a really hard time finding some way that I could roast you. So I'm going to go with the exact thing that you said you didn't want me to do. Lily, if I need someone to lean on, I'd probably choose Frankie because she's taller. All right. I think that's everyone except for this kid right here. So first off, we had a little bit of a discrepancy about this earlier. Apparently, Noah, Oscar's homeschooled. He couldn't tell, but I can assure you everybody else here can. Now, for those of you who don't know, Oscar and I are kind of party animals. And as a matter of fact, Oscar is the only man that I've kissed as a straight man.
True.
It's a goddamn shame it couldn't have been anyone else. But you know, Oscar, he's a gamer. He's a real gamer. He plays games like League of Legends, TFT. That is how you know this guy fucks. Oh wait, no, that's not how that works. Sorry. All right. I've made fun of you enough, Oscar. I just want you to know you're one of my best friends, and I appreciate having you as a roommate and a fellow TV10 member. All right, I'm done. Oh wait. No, I did get Noah. That's right.
And with that being said, our time here for the Roast of Oscar Sexauer is almost over. But first, before we go, I think it's time we take a look back at one of the greatest videos that I've ever had a part of being a part of. The lost episode of Sexauer in the streets. Let's take a look. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Oscar Sexauer. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but we're back here on Water Street. Finally, it's been too long. I can't wait to get back out there. It's Halloween, so we're walking around and we're gonna be looking for the best Halloween costumes. Cause you know what? This year, I was thinking about going as a lot of different things. I was thinking maybe Joker, or maybe like a cat, or I don't know, like a sexy trilobite. Who knows? I didn't know what I was going as, so I decided we're gonna go and find out what costume I should really go as. Let's find out. you got? What are you going as today?
I'm as a maid. So these are my friends. They're pimps. Some of them are pimps. This is Dr. Love. And listen, I'm the maid who cleans the stuff for them. You know, cleans the rooms. So let's talk about your costume. Who are you?
You know, I couldn't really decide what I wanted to go as.
Right.
What do you think I should go as this year?
I think you should go as the guy from Monsters Inc. Who's the green guy?
That's Kowalski, right?
Kowalski. I think you should go as Kowalski.
What about this guy?
What's up, man?
Dude, you want to talk about your
Oh,
costume?
fuck yeah, dude. Well, you probably can't guess what I am.
Great man!
Not at all. Because I don't have my TARDIS with me.
Oh, you're the, is that Doctor Strange?
Doctor Who. Doctor Who. It's all good.
Yeah.
And I think before you had me lick a wall one time.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Always good seeing familiar faces.
Oh, heck yeah,
but
man.
we gotta find more people.
You want to lick a brick?
You want to lick her?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. Come on.
You're right here.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
All right, 3.
Ready? 2, 1, go.
What are you doing? What the fuck?
That's Oscar.
I can't. I really can't.
Yeah, you can.
What
are your thoughts on?
What are my thoughts on what?
On political corruption.
Political corruption? Hey, political corruption in the United States is clearly prevalent right now. I can't say anything questionable because of my position I currently hold. However, we are going to fix the current state. I'm trying to talk here. We're going to fix the current state of the United States. And I'll tell you what, 2045, Mr. Goldbrinson here is going to be the president of the United States. And I am going to be sailing across the Caribbean. Please don't air this live because I do have a reputation to uphold at the moment.
You should go up to one person and be like, "This is InfoWars." This is InfoWars.
Think about the Taliban. And who else do we have? What are you going as today, Abby?
I'm a sexy construction worker.
We're not airing that. We're not airing that.
We're not airing
All right,
that shit. Oscar, I look like a prostitute. Wait. Let me Hey, Oscar, give me a hand. Help me retake.
You know, I think you got it yourself. Okay.
Let's answer a real question, Oscar.
All right, so Abby, I couldn't decide what to go for on Halloween this year.
Hey, did you see my fucking roommate I hate? She was just here with her ex-boyfriend. Oh wait, current boyfriend. She fucking sucks. I think she was going to Sheena and she can fuck off.
Well, I got a real question for you, Abby. I couldn't decide what to go for on Halloween this year.
You look like a leprechaun.
I look like a leprechaun?
Is this actually happening?
Is this
Wait, first of all, do you guys want to guess what I am? Because just guess quick.
If I had to take a quick guess, a cat?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, cat, titties. Hey, I want to do an interview.
No, you don't.
All right, we'll see if it can actually happen.
Okay, what are you gonna ask me, Oscar?
All right, what are your thoughts on the current state of Charlie Johnson?
I can't comment without saying titties. Okay, wait. Let me actually comment on Charlie. He's a rat, and he loves himself more than he'll love any girl. Because every girl that comes to me with advice about Charlie, I tell him he will never love you as much as he loves himself, bitch. Okay, let's ask your real question.
Thank you so much, Abby.
No, I want to say on camera with my titties.
This is not gonna air live.
Oh my god.
I do appreciate that. And I do appreciate about.
Oh man. Hey, can you do any construction work? Hello, my name's Jake Rennie.
No, I do not.
I'm the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, and you are all forgiven for your sins.
Amen.
Go fuck yourselves, assholes!
I can't wait to air this on TV then.
What the fuck?
Shank a bitch.
No, you gotta use that as an airplane liner. Hey, no, you gotta use that as like an airline.
Oh,
If you don't mind.
Yeah, no, okay, but like.
Yes. Hello. Welcome to Sexauer on the Street.
Hello. Today we have Freddie Mercury, the real one. He never died of AIDS.
He never died, never died.
Hear it from you first, Freddie. Oh, okay, well, about Halloween. It's the best time of the year. Look at these people. The disciples are walking by. They're clearly worshiping.
Let's take a look at the disciples over here.
Oh yeah.
No. So the best thing about Halloween is you can be yourself. You can be who you truly want to be, and it's truly the best time of the year. See, personally, I love being gay and loving AIDS, and that's how I died. So that's the best time of the year.
This hottest girlfriend he's ever had.
So much of a wholesome.
That is some wholesome content that we got here from Freddie Mercury. Well, hey, one more thing. Do you want to give like a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah.
I love to get out to a shout out to Lil Cray Cray,
Whoa, who's Lil Cray
Lil
Cray?
Trey on the beat, Tony Stats, Anna Bronson.
Wow, that's her!
Yeah, you know, anybody else who really loves art of the, yeah, okay, I'll give a hey. Shout out to Bree. Shout out to Allie Krutz. Emma, I forgot her last name.
Wait, what's up? What's going on?
You're wearing costume. What are you?
I'm motherfucking God fucking Zilla. God fucking Zilla. Dragon Lizard Lord of the motherfucking planet Earth.
Can you say it?
Yeah.
PG-13.
Oh.
PG.
I am the king of the monsters, Godzilla.
Green Man.
I am Dragon Lizard Lord
Green Man.
of the planet Earth.
Green Man.
I see you have the
Check
card
this
with
out. You gotta
tonight.
check this out. DragonLizardLord.com. You will find the greatest artist, which is me. Seriously. You know,
What was
you,
the
okay.
website again? What was the website again?
DragonLizardLord.com.
Dragon
And I'm
Lord
talking
.com.
Dragon Lizard Lord.
DragonLizardLord.com.
Dragon?
Lizard.
Lizard.
Lizard. Dragon.
Lizard?
Lizard.
Lizard.
Lord.
Christ.
Dragon Lizard. You know, it's about the same. If you go into literature, history,
Yes.
we've only got 2 dragon queens.
Who is that?
That's Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Should have destroyed Prince Philip. Prince Philip was real sure. Yeah, he tried to screw over our Queen Maleficent, the ultimate queen goddess of all eternity, and then she inspires our Queen Daenerys. And then guess what? They kill off both my queens. I'm pissed. What do? I write my own book. I take the goddess Nemesis out of Greek mythology.
Yes.
I turn her into the new dragon queen. Now she's a dragon morph. Well, yeah, she's a dragon god. She's a dragon morph. She was born a human. She grew into a god.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. I got a lot of.
So we are with the dragon.
You're with the Dragon Lord.
Lord.
Yeah, I make suits.
It's like, you're Antonio Brown, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have one problem this year, though. I couldn't decide what I wanted to dress up as, so I gotta ask, what should I have been this year?
You should have been fucking Playboy or something. Like, you should have been like showing titties or something, bro.
Yeah, he's not wrong. The more skin, the better.
Hey, let me preach to y'all real quick.
The more skin, the
If you want the best costume ever, bro, you gotta go Playboy in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. You gotta go Playboy in this bitch. Hey, honest to God, love the GOAT. Love the GOAT. Hey, who is the GOAT? Who is the GOAT? D-Wade, nigga, that's who's the GOAT, nigga. That's who's the GOAT, nigga. Hey, we out in this bitch, gang in this bitch. Hey, I got my eyes on you. Everything that I see, I want your high love and emotion. Endlessly, I can't get over you. You let your mark on me, I want your high love and emotion. Endlessly, cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. Cause you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Just hold on, we're going home. We're going home. We're going home. Hey, we're going home. We're going home. Yeah.
Absolutely, we are going home here on Sexauer in the Streets. That's all the time we have for you. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Of course, that's all the time we have for you
Happy
here
birthday.
today.
Tell me you on
Happy
YouTube.
birthday, by the way.
What do you want? What do you want? Let me. What do you want?
I'm not being weird.
What do you want? What do you want?
Dude, I want
YouTube or like what?
Dude, yeah, got any plugs?
She said you should stop. Hey, hold on. She said you drunk and you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it wrong.
What
You're
should I
not
do
doing it
different?
right. What, nigga? What?
I like you. You're cute.
What? Hey, yo, I almost dropped the cig, nigga. Hey.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, who wants to see a cartwheel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, tie-dye.
Hey, I'm too fucked up, but we gonna do it.
We're gonna do
Hey,
cartwheel.
D-Wade, you got it. Let's go, D-Wade. Come on. Hold up. So you going back. Oh, that was really shitty. I can't do it that way. But we got it this way. Hold up. Gang, nigga. Son. Oh, dear. Okay. Hey, that was really shitty, but you know how I do gang in this bitch.
PG.
It's all good. It's all good. However I was.
Hey, they can bleep that bitch out on the gang. They can bleep that bitch. Hey, who trying to smoke this cig on the low key?
I think you are, man.
We fucked up in this bitch, bro. It's Water Street in this bitch. You know how we do Eau Claire gang in this bitch. Hey. Just like a rap video, you know what I'm saying? At the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. Yeah.
We'll see you next time on
Sexauer in the streets.
Sexauer.
I'm not sure yet, but they're
doing one or the other.
Either way. Okay, well, real quick before we end off tonight, I figured you guys all had a good chance at getting at me, so it's only fair that I return the favor. First off, John Franklin. John, I must say, your ability to throw parties that end up with people almost dying of alcohol poisoning is second to none. Now, at first I thought it was because you were doing it on purpose, but then I remembered you're in the Boy Scouts, and it all clicked. No one knows ignoring abuse better than the Scouts. Let's be honest though, John. You look like someone who uses a poop knife. I'm assuming that's why you carry your pocket knife around with you everywhere?
I don't actually have it right now.
Oh, impressive.
You're fucking up. What happens when you need to poop?
I use one of your kitchen knives.
Oh.
So that's why the turkey tasted funny.
Well, funny you should talk, Noah, because you're up next. Noah, I do really appreciate the fact that you don't drink alcohol, and that's something that you should stick to. I think it's lame when people try and force things onto others. Please don't do it. That being said, maybe it's time to cut back on the weed as well. I've never seen someone eat so many chicken nuggets so fast while telling me their entire life story. But in all honesty, Noah, I think your ancestors would be disappointed in how much gas you smoke. Sorry. I got you. Charlie, it's so hard to roast you because of the absolute swagger that you walk around with. You have so much confidence and carry it so well. On top of your dashing good looks, I'd say you're a heavyweight when it comes to personalities in TV 10. However, last week after Pickle Christmas, I gotta say, I think my opinion on you's changed a bit. I don't know, you look more like a lightweight to me. You know, I concur. It is very hard to read your energy. Like, what am I even supposed to say? You look like a dude who will, on one hand, make sure he is drinking only the purest crystal water, and then immediately turn around and buy a bag of doggy treats to eat on the way home. Moving on to Justin. Justin, it does really hurt me to roast you tonight because I see a lot of a younger me in you. I see the young underclassman who won't shut the fuck up and always inserts himself unwantedly into every single thing. But hey, it worked out for me, so I'm sure it'll work out for you. Lily, I'm really glad that we had our movie class together this year because it was a lot of fun getting to sit down and watch a whole bunch of classics. Now, that being said, we've been working on this project about the movie The Graduate recently, and I also checked your Spotify with Stacy's mom being a top pick from you. So I just gotta say it, I know you think my mom's hot, but she is married, she's off limits. I think.
The night's still young.
Now, I do have to commend you though, Lily. You've somehow managed to avoid the TV10 curse of hooking up or dating somebody else in TV10 thus far. That being said, you didn't have to compensate by trying to hook up with everybody else that's not in TV10. And finally, we move on to my boy Joel. Joel, I've said it a bunch ever since you grew out your hair, but I really do think it makes you look like a young Leonardo DiCaprio. No, I'm not talking about Titanic Leo. He at least didn't regret the last person he dated. Instead, I'm thinking more of a What's Eating Gilbert Grape kind of Leo. You're always smiling, but also most likely to rush ahead without thinking and get stuck in a tree. Okay, so I told myself ahead of time I wouldn't stoop too low with my roasts today. However, Joel, you already stooped as low as you could twice by trying to get with Annie twice. I kid. It just like how we kid about you going to Spain all the time, it really did change your life. Before, you were such a promising young student, and now I have to pick your drunk ass up off the street after you take shots at LPAT? It's LPAT. You get burritos there, man. Not shots. That being said, this has been a fantastic semester, and it wouldn't be the same without any of you here on the couch or any of you in the crowd as well. It has been an awesome time. I have enjoyed pretty much every moment of this semester, at least after I stopped smoking weed. So it was fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out today and joining in for this one-of-a-kind event. It wouldn't be the same without you. And with that, I'm finally signing off from TV10. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Woo!